All right, thanks for joining me tonight. We're going to be going over low and slow, flavorful, falling off the bone pork ribs. Why? Tender and yummy without all the cost of a fancy restaurant. You're going to see firsthand how to make a delicious entree. We'll take you from the purchase of the ribs all the way to licking the sauce off your fingers when you're done. For this, you're going to need 1 rack of ribs, some liquid smoke, barbecue sauce of your choice, salt and pepper, a knife, and some foil. You're going to want to figure out when you want these ribs to be cooked. Because before you buy them, you're either going to buy them thawed or frozen. And knowing when you want to eat them will help you decide on the purchase date. Once you figure that out, let's get off to the market and find the right rack to meet the needs. While you're there, you'll pick up your other ingredients as well. Never want to go back to the store twice. It's nice to have your ribs thawed 24 hours prior to the meal. This will allow time to remove the little membrane on the underside of the ribs. You're not going to be able to get all of it off. You want to get some of it off. It'll prevent it from drying the meat out and making it for a tougher chew. So there's a little thin membrane. You got a little fillet knife, peel it up, and if it's at the right temperature, that's why it's critical. And once you start doing more ribs, you'll get a feel for the right time to do it. And you can peel off that membrane. Let's see. Now that we've got the membrane removed, we're going to rinse and dry the ribs. So you want to rinse off any excess blood, liquid, pat them dry. Then we're going to put on liquid smoke, salt, and pepper. We put those on, sort of massage the ribs if you would, getting them so it gets into the meat. Once we've got that done, we're going to place the ribs in an air-sealed container overnight in the refrigerator. Let them marinate, giving them an opportunity for the flavors to get into the meat, making the ribs that much more yummy. 3 hours prior to your meal, take the ribs out of the fridge. You're going to turn your oven on at 325 degrees. Once the temperature reaches 325, you're going to put them on a baking sheet, meat side up. I like to lay a foil down because it's one less thing to have to clean up. I'm going to cook them in there for 1 hour uncovered. I'm going to remove them, turn them over, cover with foil, and cook for another hour. Remove them, take the foil off, brush the ribs with your barbecue sauce. Now we're going to return the oven, but this time we're going to go down to 300 degrees. Give them a little slower chance, opportunity to cook at a slow heat, letting that sauce and the flavors get in there. We're going to do 20 minutes, flip them, more sauce, flip them, 20 minutes, more sauce. We're going to be doing this to complete our total cook time right about the 3 hours. 3.5, depending how thick the meat was. Now that the time has elapsed, your ribs are going to be ready. But first, we'll take them out of the oven, and we're going to let them rest. Letting the meat rest will let the juices stay in there, further moisten them. And all you need to do this is a 5 to 10 minute rest. This will allow you to prepare the table, get the items out of the refrigerator, and just prepare to eat. Obviously, don't forget the napkins because we've got sauce on there and they're going to be delicious. Reviewing, in conclusion, the process begins with the schedule. You want to make sure that you know what date, because when you go to the store, you're looking for good deals, sure. So is it frozen? Is it thawed? Knowing when you want to cook them will help you store them at your house. I also want to make sure you have all your dry ingredients, the foil, not so you don't have a huge mess at the end. And then once you've got all that done, you're ready to enjoy. The ribs are a unique entree because they're hand food. you're sucking the meat off the bone. To some, that is wrong on some level. But if it's for you, then by all means, here's a great opportunity to do it. Nice recipe. Take the time, learn how to enjoy them,